coast to coast, it's your hosts, the Lombardi Leap and Mersey FB. This is Beyond the Frozen Tundra.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, the Lombardi Leap, here with Mersey FB. Let's talk Packers football. Green Bay Packers were headed down into Pittsburgh. Haven't won there since I think it was Bart Starr, I've been told. I thought that was a made up. I thought that was made up, but it's been a long time.
That was real?
Yes.
That was real? Oh God.
Yeah. It has been a long time since we've won at Pittsburgh. Well, I think we played them. We played them last year? Or was it 2 years ago?
2023, I think.
Yeah.
Watson was healthy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would have been 2 years ago. Just because I forgot Russell Wilson was their quarterback last year. We lost to Kenny Pickett and George Pickens was still there.
We lost that game?
Yeah.
We did lose that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It just flashbanged me in my head. I remember now.
Got robbed on a pass that was clearly a backwards lateral. But they didn't call it like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to make amends here. And I think kind of the biggest storyline that everybody's going to hype up is a familiar friend. Or should I say foe, I guess now, because that's really what he is, because he's a Steeler. Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. I think, man, he'll have won against every team, right?
Yeah. He'll be.
If he does it this week.
I think it's been Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Drew Brees.
Maybe Phil. I don't know if Phil's done it. Maybe Phil.
Phillip Rivers?
He would be the only other one.
No, I think it's just those three. Oh, Brett Favre.
Oh, yes.
I totally forgot about Brett Favre.
I feel like that's an indictment on us.
Well, I try to block out his Vikings years, you know.
Yeah. I try to block out everything he's done after he left the Packers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Because a lot going on there. But, I mean, heading down to the Steelers, we beat them in the Super Bowl back in 2011 technically, but the 2010 season.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love, the former backup to Aaron Rodgers, facing off against his mentor here. And obviously, we're coming off the Cardinals game where, win on the road, gritty win. The Steelers are coming off a Thursday night loss, so they got a couple extra days off. They lost to the Bengals in a real thriller there, actually. It was probably one of the better Thursday night games that we've gotten in a long time.
Mm-hmm. It was exciting. It makes our Bengals win seem better.
Yeah, it does. It definitely improved our stock a little bit when it came to that. And Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco also kind of tearing apart that secondary.
He was just throwing it to Jamar Chase like every time. Like they knew it was going to Jamar Chase and they couldn't stop it.
They couldn't stop that at all whatsoever. What do you feel like besides the Rodgers thing here going on? Obviously, like the Packers, we have the momentum check. You basically win from behind. McManus will be kicking on Thursday, and Devontae Wyatt practiced in a limited capacity on Wednesday. I still don't think he's going to go for Sunday. And Christian Watson said, I'm going to play.
He will play. He said he will play. I'm excited for that.
So if you pick him this time, hopefully...
I might actually stand a chance.
Yeah, exactly. He actually said, hey, I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm. Wyatt's the big one. If he can play like even a limited amount of snaps, it is a benefit to the team drastically.
I do agree because they're going to plan for Micah Parsons. Like, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It's the most telegraphed thing around the league. Mm. You got to find a way to stop Micah Parsons. My thing is that obviously, like, not all wins and losses are created equal in the NFL. You know, this is against an AFC team, and you have some tough NFC opponents coming up with the Eagles, with Lions on Thanksgiving. We still haven't played the Bears or Vikings yet.
Yeah, that's a little frightening too.
So there is some like concern from my end, just in like with pushing it here for an AFC team and an away game. I would rather be cautious with Devontae Wyatt and give him until the Carolina game because that's back at home
Mhm.
as well.
Or if he does play this weekend, I'd snap count him, but I'd only have him in as like a situational pass rushing defensive tackle.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that at minimum. Because I bet Christian Watson. You think? Well, I'm assuming he's going to be on a snap count as well.
Probably. Just to get him going, yeah. Aaron's going to want to get the ball out quick. Like, he's going to be very decisive.
And that's Arthur Smith though too. Like that's very much the offense there is get it out quick. They haven't been the greatest at pounding the rock, at running the ball.
Their running backs, Warren's the best one. Gainwell's a change of pace. And like kind of like the pass catching third down back. Caleb Johnson is apparently a bruiser. Didn't know that coming out. I thought he was like a Warren plus, but he's just slow now. So
Yeah, that was crazy actually. Their offensive line, I mean, their tackles haven't been the greatest.
you still like their tackle group. Well, at least I do.
Yeah.
But I think they struggle. Broderick Jones, former Georgia tackle, so we have experience watching him. He kind of struggled with speed to power sometimes, or just outside speed. If someone ran the arc on him, he would be a little out of place. So Micah could have some running room there. I thought
He's gonna get chipped a lot.
he will get chipped a lot. He's
Gary's gonna have to step up.
And you know who Micah's gonna get chipped by? 280-pound Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington, yeah.
Big O. But going back to my pre-draft eval on Troy Fontana pretty briefly, I thought he was one of the better tackles in this class. Got drafted high enough to prove that. He's not a rookie, is he? No, his second year? Second year, yeah. So he's 6'4", 317, not really on the lighter side of a tackle. Or he is on the lighter side of a tackle, but you don't really see tackles much under 310 anymore. And he's very good as like a finesse pass blocker. So it's going to see how it goes against like power rushers.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah. And Gary's also got like a deceptively quick sidestep.
It's looked better this year.
Yeah. Like he'll run straight at you and then he'll decide, "Oh, I'm going left." And then like in an instant he's left. And then
I like their interior.
Their interior is very good. The only weak spot for their interior is Seumalo, but Frazier and McCormick are great. So I think Quay might blitz a lot again. They might blitz Quay a lot.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have to, just with our defense. Again, it's going to depend on Devontae Wyatt. You know, I don't think he plays. If he does, I'll be shocked. But like you said, he might be on a snap count there. And I think you kind of have to bring Quay in a little bit more. I mean, who is there? Is Pat Fryermuth's their other tight end, right?
It's Pat Fryermuth and Jonnu Smith.
And Jonnu Smith. Oh, man, that's right. Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith last year tore us up versus when he was with Miami.
They still lost that game bad, but
they did. It was in garbage time a little bit more too, and
also like -20. It's very cold that game.
Tua is a lot worse than Aaron Rodgers, to say the least.
That's true.
And they have DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't think Keyshawn Nixon versus DK Metcalf is going to go very well.
I don't even want to think about it, but I have to. I'm just kidding. I've thought about it since we beat the Cardinals.
I honestly like Nate Hobbs' matchup against DK a little better.
I'm hoping, but Nate Hobbs looked lost last game, unfortunately. Like, I mean, I don't think he can get any lower, you know, in terms of his performance. I mean, they both pretty much let up, a perfect passer rating? I think we talked about that.
Yeah, he gave up a very high passer rating.
Like, it was borderline. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much caught anything that was, the wide receivers pretty much caught anything that was thrown their way. Roman Wilson's okay.
Calvin Austin's very quick.
Yeah.
Roman Wilson's their slot. Calvin Austin's just kind of gadget guy, does whatever else he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be him and Jonnu Smith who torch us this game, I think. Probably.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm not as worried. Did we have Cooper last year when we played against Jonnu Smith?
Yes. Maybe.
I can't remember if he played in that game or not.
I'll look it up.
I like Cooper in coverage. Obviously better than Quay Walker.
Yeah, he did well against McBride.
Yeah, exactly. I worry a little bit about Bullard, but like Bullard had a good game as well. So we'll kind of have to see how that matchup goes.
Wasn't the Dolphins game last year one of the games where he got like the rookie of the week thing?
It might have been actually. You might be right on that. Because I think he had a game. He did. Yeah.
Never mind. He didn't log a stat. He did not play.
He did not play. Okay.
He didn't play.
Okay. So that's in Bullard or
Cooper.
Okay, that's encouraging because I trust Cooper a lot more being out there now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that changes the dynamic a little bit, and that does let, like you said, like Quay free to blitz. I mean, I don't want to get into a shootout with Aaron Rodgers.
No, you want to avoid that.
Because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't want to get into a shootout with Aaron Rodgers. He's obviously not as mobile. Jeff Hafley's going to have to figure out a way to bottle up the short passing game.
Yeah, I also think there's going to be a lot of disguises, like pre-snap disguises for the coverage.
Try and trick him.
Because if Aaron figures out what your coverage is, he knows what to do. Like, he's that smart.
One of the smartest quarterbacks ever.
Yeah.
So that is, yeah. Hafley's definitely going to have to really, really dive into his bag of tricks to kind of mix and mash for Aaron Rodgers there. Well, I mean, obviously we can talk about Aaron Rodgers a lot, but I want to flip to probably one of the more important sides of the ball here, especially
our offense against their defense.
Yeah, that defensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hayward, Benton, Harmon, Watt, Highsmith.
And Herbig. They're 3 deep at edge rusher. Herbig's very good.
Yeah. I am not.
Embarrassment of riches, for them?
Yeah. Sounds a little familiar. At least at edge rusher, I should say. And then you have Jalen Ramsey, like still playing very well at corner. And then I didn't think their safeties were playing that well, but I guess they are. Deshaun Elliott is having a pretty solid year. Chuck Clark. Chuck Clark's okay, but I mean their biggest weakness is going to be Slay.
Yeah. What do you think the average age of their secondary is? Like 29?
It's gotta be.
Slay's old. Slay's in his 30s. Deshaun Elliott's in his 30s. Jalen Ramsey's in his 30s. Pierre's 27.
Darius Slay is almost 35.
Porter's like 24. Brings it down. Clark is old. Peppers is old.
Like it really is an old team. This is another game where we have one of the youngest teams in the NFL versus a pretty old team. Like Patrick Queen's what? At 26. So yeah, they're
Watt is 32 now.
Yeah.
Hayward's 35. Benton and Harmon are second and first year respective players. No, Benton's third year. He's in his third year in the league.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of experience there. I mean, defensively, are we gonna have to get? I think we're gonna have to get the ball out quick.
It's just like what they have to do to us. Yeah, it's either getting the ball out quick or just like trying to establish the run as best you can. And I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what Calais Campbell did. So what 40-year-old Calais Campbell did last week a bit. Jordan Love is a Houdini when it comes to sack avoidance.
Yeah, I think they'll probably play Ryan at right guard for this, hopefully, and then they'll put Morgan at left tackle. I think that's the only way this works. Or they're just gonna have to like stay with their last 5, slide the protection in a direction, and then just like hope Tucker Kraft can slow down TJ Watt a little bit.
If anybody can slow down TJ Watt, I think it's Tucker Kraft.
Because in my head, they'll play the 5 down linemen.
Mm-hmm.
If they decide to blitz us, we're screwed. But you would have TJ Watt, Harmon, Benton, Hayward in whatever, or the 3 down linemen in whatever order you so choose, and then probably Highsmith and Herbig rotating in with each other. You would shift the protection left, kind of washing out the defensive lineman, and then you would leave TJ Watt alone and have that be Tucker's responsibility. But I don't know how well that's going to work.
I was going to say, the more you say that, the more I'm kind of like, I don't know if I like that, actually.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those situations that's very similar to Cleveland.
You think it's going to be that low scoring?
Not low scoring, but like where they just like box themselves into trying to stop one player that the rest of the defensive line just goes haywire. But I think they might have learned their lesson. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't think he's going to do that as much.
Hopefully they won't be like slow developing run plays either, because those will just get destroyed.
Yeah, I do think they're going to have to rely on guys because they play a lot of man coverage.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not that great at it.
It's surprising the amount of man coverage they play with that secondary.
Yeah, it really is, actually. Which is saying something because our secondary is something else too.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely don't want, like you said, those long developing run plays. I think this will be a game where Matt LaFleur needs to put the ball in Jordan Love's hands and say, get it to your first round wide receiver and get it to your elite tight end. So I don't think Romeo Doubs is going to be open that much. And this isn't to slander him. It's just he's not that great. He's not that great when it comes to man coverage. Like, he just doesn't separate consistently. And I mean, who do you think, like, with this man coverage, like, I think he can put in some work against Darius Slay, but when it comes to like Joey Porter or if Ramsey's on him, I think both those guys are gonna shut down Dobbs more than Darius Slay would.
Yeah, I think Ramsey's probably gonna follow him all game.
You think so?
Probably. They like to play Ramsey around the line of scrimmage, like as a big nickel.
True. So I mean, because Wicks has a calf injury and he didn't practice on Wednesday, and he left the Cardinals game because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, I'd imagine that Golden is going to be in the slot, which I don't necessarily like.
It'll keep him away from press coverage, though.
True, but I think one of Golden's like what Golden has shown to be able to beat is press coverage.
That's true, but also you kind of like him to have a running start a little bit.
Yeah,
and then
sometimes
you have to.
I just don't want those stupid bubble screens, you know.
Oh, that's true.
Get sweet.
Peyton Wilson and Patrick Queen have allowed passer ratings of over 120 plus recently, both of them. So you're gonna hopefully see a lot of targets to Tucker Kraft when not blocking, and whoever is playing in the slot over the middle.
I'm also forgetting that Christian Watson said he's gonna play.
Yeah. On a snap count, but he'll play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, we're assuming it's a snap count. But if Christian Watson's going to play, and obviously, like, you're going to need Tucker Kraft out there. I mean, oh man, running Christian Watson with Matthew Golden,
a lot of speed.
That's a lot of speed, and Tucker Kraft out there. Oh man, I'm actually kind of liking where that's going.
Mm-hmm.
Especially. And I don't think that this older secondary is really going to be able to keep up. It might take a quarter or two to get warmed up, you know?
Oh, it might. It'll be a slow game, but you're going to have to hope the defense can kind of keep them in check, keep Aaron in check.
So, I mean, I think that if we're looking at, what do you think the real X factors here for the Packers?
The real X factors, in my opinion, would be being able to like fluster Aaron. Winning the turnover battle is nice But flustering Aaron's the big one. Try and confuse him, and keep him in the pocket.
Don't let him extend the plays.
Don't let him extend the plays. Keep him in the pocket, and then I think you gotta be able to keep like Love upright and have some semblance of the run game.
Yeah, just with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's so good at being able to extend plays still and get the ball to where he wants it to. And then that defensive line for Pittsburgh is really, really good.
Very good.
It is. Yeah, it's really good. So that's probably my biggest worry. I mean, given that, like, the bright side is that it looks like our offensive line is getting healthier.
That's a good plus.
Yeah, and Zach Tom was actually, his oblique was off the injury report on Wednesday.
That's good, except he now has a back injury, so.
Yeah, which could be the same thing. They're just listing it different for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good sign if it is a back injury, I guess. I don't know. But they are getting healthier. So I do have some hope there, and they are better in pass protection overall than they are against when it comes to run blocking, which it's just the Packers' way there. Get a bunch of great pass blockers, and they'll figure out run blocking if they can.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you need to utilize. I think that one of the biggest X factors too is going to be utilizing that middle of the field again because of how poor the linebackers are in coverage. I mean, we saw it against the Cardinals. You know, when you started using Tucker Kraft a lot more, like Tucker Kraft got 10 targets, and we won that game because the ball went to Tucker Kraft a lot.
Yeah,
it was important that it went to Tucker Kraft. So if you can have the time, if he's not blocking,
mm-hmm.
you know, get him the ball. Like, get him the ball. He'll move the sticks. That's what he does. I mean, we've talked about this. I said he's a top 3 tight end, and I still don't think that's a crazy thing to say.
No.
I think defensively, do you think Micah Parsons can do what he did last game?
I mean, probably.
It is Micah Parsons.
Like, I don't think anyone can block him ever, but then...
Yeah, not without holding.
Yeah. Broderick Jones will probably have a tough time with it, but, like, we'll see how it goes.
Do you think he does have the kind of game that he had last game?
He has something similar.
Similar?
Yeah.
1 sack, 2 sack.
2 sack.
Sack, blue sack. Cat in the hat.
2.5. I think someone else gets in there on one of them with him. Like someone like Quay just comes crashing in.
I kind of hope Quay builds off of last game.
Yeah, I hope they just be like, Quay, run downhill. Let Coop worry about anything behind you, and then just run downhill.
I also think it's going to be interesting to see who our kicker is, because we do have a little bit of a kicking conundrum here.
Mm-hmm.
I know that McManus is supposed to be kicking here, and we can kind of see what's going on with that. I trust the backup kicker, I trust both of our kickers. Is that wild to say?
With recent special teams and the Packers, it is insane to say.
Like, yeah, I trust both of our kickers. Whoa, man, life comes at you fast sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I do trust both of our kickers. What are you kind of thinking about score wise here?
I'm thinking 27-20. If it's a win, if it's a win for us, we get to 27. If not, we're gonna lose the game like 23-21 or something like that.
We get to 27 again?
I think we get to 27 again.
We're really going there again?
Yeah.
27?
Yeah. Against this defensive line too, I think it's like if we get to 27, we should count our lucky stars we got to 27.
I think, and here's my reasoning behind it. I think that the Packers are going to win on a last-second field goal.
Oh, yeah. That'll probably happen too.
31. I went with 31-28, and the reason is I went with 31-28. They gave up. I know week 1. They still gave up 32 points to the Jets, 31 to the Seattle. Those are good teams. Like, the Seahawks are a good team. Vikings, I don't know what kind of team they are. The Bengals are a better team with Joe Flacco. So I was like, you know what? I think we finally beat the 27 allegations, and we hit it. We hit 31 on a last second field goal to win the game. And then I do think that they're gonna just the way the secondary is with Hobbs and Nixon, and then like there's Jonnu Smith, DK Metcalf. Man, I'm thinking they get 28. I think that it'll be like one of those games where they hit maybe like 10 points in the first half or something like that. Or 7, I should say. And then second half comes, like always, it seems like.
Yeah.
And then they 28, and then the ball gets in Jordan Love's hands, and boom, takes us down. We win on a field goal, breaking the curse.
I'm looking forward to it.
Who are you picking, though? Who are your players?
So on offense, I'm picking Tucker Kraft. Pretty straightforward. Their linebackers, safeties seem a little weak to me. Tucker Kraft, I'll be able to get some yards, get some touchdowns, maybe even murder a few people blocking too. Figuratively.
Burn their childhood home down?
Yeah. Defense is a little tougher for me. People are going to be asked to do different things that might not often show up a lot in the stat sheet. I think...
I swear if you say Colby Wooden.
No, you'd kick me off this podcast. You'd never recorded me again. I'm not going to say Colby Wooden. I'm not going to say Warren Brinson either. Because I actually don't think... Devontae Wyatt might not play. If he does play, he'll be on the pitch count. If he...
Yeah, don't pick him because you'll jinx it.
Yeah, if he is...
Then he won't play.
If he is active, that means one of Warren or Nazir Stackhouse won't play. So Edgerrin Cooper will be more in coverage than downhill. I think... Oh, okay, so there's two people. There's two people I'm thinking of. I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to go with Quay Walker.
I was thinking you were going to pick him.
The other person I was going to pick would have been Evan Williams.
Oh, yeah. I low-key forgot about him a little bit. I did. Like, I legitimately did forget about him a little bit.
But I think Quay will continue to build on his momentum. He's really stepped up this year in terms of his ability to diagnose plays pre-snap, kind of make better reads. He's playing.
Especially against the run.
Yeah, he's triggering much quicker. He's not overrunning block. He's not overrunning gaps. He's playing much better football this year, and I think that it will continue. He will get a sack, a couple tackles for loss. Probably still won't get much in coverage out of him, but that's fine.
I have a question on that. Do you think that is a schematic thing? And the reason is I say that is kind of based on Jeff Hafley's comments about how if we don't let teams go deep on us, he's okay with them kind of nickel and diming us.
Yeah, because he has enough faith in the offense to score points. Yeah, I'm not sure because I know he's probably telling them this to not really cover it and to really cover stuff deep and let them go short. But in the Arizona game, on Trey McBride's second touchdown of the game, maybe the first one. Anyway, the one that he comes across the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're playing a zone drop, kind of similar to Tampa 2, but not really. And you've got Quay and Coop in the middle of the field. Quay carries a seam up the field when he's not supposed to. Because X was right. I was one of the safeties was right there. And that's supposed to be his responsibility. It's supposed to be the safety's responsibility once the player gets behind Quay. And so instead of Quay staying shallow and covering anything that comes across the middle, he carried the seam, which allowed Trey McBride to run over the middle because Cooper stayed in his zone and Trey McBride came open.
So it could be a little bit of both. He just needs to get better.
Yeah. I think there was issues all game last week of linebackers missing passing off people, or just like there were missed assignments between like whose responsibility. But I think that'll get sorted out in the meeting room. So
I like the Quay Walker pick. Like, I forgot about Evan Williams, but I don't know. And for people listening, the reason is we don't pick Jordan Love is because that's such an easy thing to pick.
Yeah,
So that's why.
I feel like we should have specified that like on the first episode or something.
Just to clarify, we always think Jordan Love is going to ball out.
Mhm.
So, but I just don't pick Jordan Love because it's like I could pick him every week and everybody be like, oh yeah, Jordan Love. You know, I originally wrote down Micah Parsons. I'm changing it because I thought about this, and after talking through things, like and us going through the offensive line, I think Rashawn Gary's going to have a game, and the reason is I think that Rashawn Gary is going to have a game, is because I think Pittsburgh is going to try do everything it can to stop Micah Parsons.
Oh, 100%.
I think they're gonna do what we did when it came to Cleveland, and that's gonna leave Rashawn Gary to get to the quarterback, especially when it comes to Nahu
Fautanu. Yes.
Fautanu. I knew how to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Fautanu, because like you said earlier, I mean, Rashawn Gary is deceptively quick at times, and he can bully you. Like, Rashawn Gary can bully you very much. So I do think that Rashawn Gary is going to have 1.5 sacks, and I think he's going to have a forced fumble.
Okay.
That's what I think Rashawn Gary is going to do. I know you said Tucker Kraft offensively for the linebackers. Same reason as me. I keep praying that like Golden is going to get his first touchdown. I'm gonna manifest it that it would be absolute cinema if our first round wide receiver that we never drafted while Aaron Rodgers was here, no matter how many times he wanted one, gets his first touchdown in Pittsburgh against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
So Matthew Golden is gonna have a game. He's gonna get his first touchdown because that's my wide receiver pick for the week. My lock of the week. That's probably not a lock, given what they do with that wide receiver room.
It kind of sucks his first touchdown would be on the road, but
it would be poetic though, wouldn't it?
It would be nice
against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Yeah, we're petty like that. It's fine.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would open the lid off though, and I think that like Tristan Watson's going to help this defense, this offense especially, and I think it's going to open up more for Golden because now you got two guys you have to worry about. Okay, who's going to go deep? Who's not? Who's going to burn me? Oh, both? Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing.
Plethora of options.
Yeah. So going down to Pittsburgh Steelers. I know we have a couple episodes planned here. We're going to talk about the wide receiver thing. NFL trade deadline's coming up. A couple previous episodes we'd already talked about some trade options. It sounds like that's heating up. We'll probably talk about the wide receiver room, because especially after the Pittsburgh Steelers game, because we'll definitely get to see what's going on there and how that's shaping out. And then maybe talk about some mid-season draft stock for players on the team.
Yeah.
Up or down.
Yeah. Do like a stock watch episode.
Yeah. I think that'll be kind of some fun episodes here for him. But that's all for today. Until next time.
To Packers fans coast to coast, thanks for going beyond the frozen tundra. We appreciate you tuning in. And as always, go Pack Go!